guys, Paul from Neto's customer success team here. Just wanted to do a quick video today to go over importing data specifics. So that might be things like size, color, material, or any other kind of specifics you might put on products. Neto does require that in a certain format on your spreadsheets, and so it can get a bit tricky. But I have got a couple of tips there that can help you make it a bit faster. So why don't we just jump straight in and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So first things first, we're going to need some data. Now I've done up a very simple spreadsheet just for this experiment, but normally you would also, of course, have all the other information in your spreadsheet like price, description, categories, and anything else that you need. Just for this experiment, I thought I'll keep it simple so you can see what we're working with. So the important thing here is that we have one column for size and one column for color. And then we have the values down here. This is all we need to import it into Neto. It makes it easier for you when you're building your spreadsheet to just leave it like that. So I find that I like to leave my data like this as well, and then I do my special trick when I import it into Neto. Once you're inside Neto, go to the Settings and Tools menu, and then Import Data. From there, we want to make sure products is selected, and then down to perform complex import and start data wizard. From here, we're going to select the file that we want to upload and then click on the continue to next step. Now that we're on this page, this is where we can actually do the special trick that will help us. And so the important thing to remember on this page is that the columns on the right-hand side, where your file field name is the columns that are in your spreadsheet. And the columns on the left-hand side for database field name, these are the columns these are the fields in the Neto database that the data is going to go into. So we can see here that already the SKU has matched up with the SKU in Neto. The parent SKU has matched up with the parent SKU in Neto, and the name has matched up with the name in Neto. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure that we map up the specifics. So what we're going to do is in the first column here, we're going to drop this list down and we're going to choose specifics from this list. And on the right hand side here, what we're going to do is we're going to build our structure of what's required. And I'm just showing you up on the screen now the documentation that we have on the support hub that's available. This will show you how the column needs to be structured. It's also got it here underneath, but either way to look at it will help you to understand how you need to structure it. So first thing we need to do is we need to change this to be static value. So that means that we're just typing in our own value. So in here, we're going to write the word size. We're then going to, according to the documentation, put in a colon in here. And that means that we're joining a colon onto the end of this data. And now we're going to choose the column size. So essentially we put in the word size and then a colon, and then we've said to put the value that's in the column for size. After that, we can then go ahead and put in a semicolon, which will then allow us to do the next specific. And so now we can say, I want to put in a static value. And this time we're going to put in color. Again, we need a colon to separate the value, and we put in color. So now what we've done is we've managed to build the requirements of the import without having to actually do any data work in our spreadsheet. This will now import into Neto correctly. And we don't need this last column, this last row down the bottom here. We can remove that. So let's go ahead and process that file now. Continue to next step. And process file now. Once that import's come in, you'll then be able to find the product in your product section. And in the product variation area, we can now see that all those specifics have come in with red and size. This can also actually be done with other fields as well. For example, product categories. Instead of having to put the categories into one column, you can use multiple columns and join them together, like so. I hope that was helpful for you. Please do make sure you check out the customer success page. That's a new page that we've launched where we will be putting blogs and videos up to help people to get the most out of Neto and some little tips to make your life just that little bit easier. Thank you. See ya.